The Subway Postgame Show is sponsored by Subway. Fresh-made sandwiches on fresh-baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
And we welcome you back to the Subway Postgame Show here on CBS. Tonight is Premiere Sunday on CBS, starting with 60 Minutes with the report from Ed Bradley in the Middle East. Then it's the premiere of The Education of Max Bickford, followed by the CBS Sunday movie, The Last Brickmaker in America. That's tonight on CBS. And a reminder, get free fantasy football advice, including updated injury reports, cbs.sportsline.com, or AOL keyword CBS Sportsline. All right, we continue and welcome those of you actually who watched the San Diego Chargers go to 2-0 on the season. The Cowboys dropped their second game of the season. And Bob Hayes into the Ring of Honor, your old teammate there, Mike.
Teammate, and I had a good fortune of coaching for a couple years. But here's a guy early in the game that was everything. Flutie does everything. I mean, he runs around, he drops back, he jumps up, he gets the ball to an open guy. Big play in the game, Emmett Smith goes past, goes number second on the all-time list behind Walter Payton, and you know, if anybody's going to break it, hopefully it's him.
Moving past Barry Sanders, and Anthony Wright brought him back.
Hey, they played with a lot of courage. I mean, they played a good football game, Jim. They just didn't have enough firepower to keep up with San Diego. Little trick here to Tim Dwight, a reverse. I mean, this guy, what a great addition he is to that football team.
And part of that Michael Vick trade. Yep. You know, and he's already come through twice in 2 games.
And, you know, John Butler made the comment he wouldn't have made that trade if it wasn't that Tim Dwight was included in that.
That's right. That's right. That was the one thing that was going to hold up that deal. They got Dwight, and he has started for them in 2 games. Chargers 2-0 next week. Will host Cincinnati and look at the Bengals. Woo! Maybe coming in off this upset of the day. It certainly would be, as the Super Bowl champs. The Ravens have won 6 straight in their matchups against the Bengals. And we have 1:57 to go in Cincinnati. The Bengals over the Ravens. Final, Jacksonville. Jags are 2-0. Tennessee with its backup quarterback Neil O'Donnell going today. McNair out with injury. And the story in this game, Jerry?
Well, we lost the running back here. Taylor pulled the groin, and when he pulled the groin, he threw the ball down. He said, you take the ball, but in comes Steve Mack. And I think Steve Mack, at 6'1", 236, gives him physical toughness.
His brother Stacy Mack ran pretty good there, too.
Was that Stacy? I thought Steve was in.
It's hard to tell. Stacy Mack, he had a big day, 88 yards rushing, including that touchdown. And, well, Tennessee down 7. Watch this.
Fourth down gets stuffed.
4th and 1.
Hey, one thing about Tennessee we talked about in the pregame. They were 1 out of 14 on third down conversions. You can't beat anybody 1 out of 14 on third down.
All right, Coach. We'll continue on the Subway Postgame Show here on CBS in just a moment.
I can't read my own writing.
The Subway Postgame Show is sponsored by Subway. Fresh-made sandwiches on fresh-baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
We're back on the Subway Postgame Show from our studios off 5th Avenue in New York. And this Saturday at 3 Eastern Time, be sure to tune in for Papa John's College Football Today, followed by the Home Depot SEC on CBS as the Mississippi State Bulldogs take on the Florida Gators. And then next Sunday, noon Eastern Time, we're back for Week 3 here on the NFL Today, followed by a full day of doubleheader action. In the early games, Miami takes on St. Louis. KC clashes with Washington. Pittsburgh visits Buffalo. Indianapolis plays New England. Among the doubleheader games, Baltimore meets Denver. Seattle takes on Oakland. Check your local listings for the games and times in your area. Again, we'll see you at noon Eastern Time with the NFL Today. If you're in New York, come by and see us right here on 5th Avenue. All right, games underway in the late window. The Jets and Patriots. The Jets have won the last 3 games at Foxborough. Giants have won today. Now the Jets are playing at New England, just getting started.
And really, I think the Jets, you know, weren't focused mentally in practice, but I think, you know, playing the Patriots, they know the opponent, they know how to defend them.
Philadelphia playing at Seattle, and just a couple of minutes into that game at Seattle. And St. Louis, San Francisco also just underway. Both teams won openers with game-ending field goals. Rams defeated San Francisco the last 4 matchups. Meanwhile, you saw the Lions fall to Cleveland.
Yeah.
You've got to give the Browns a little due there.
I give the Browns a lot of due. They play good defense and they play good offense. But look at this one here.
And
Woo!
you did. You did. In fact, I bet you didn't know, some of you,
but you got to like
won.
what you saw here. Look, they start with the flag. Classy city, classy act right here. But they do a lot of things in this game. They do a lot of things. The main thing is they almost kept them out of the end zone entirely. The Bears have a good defense. Jim Miller comes in for the injured Shane Matthews. And here he hits Marty Booker, who gets in the end zone. And then he comes back, and I said a key guy, This is a fake punt that does not make it. The Bears stop this. This is good special teams play. Great special teams play right there. Now they come back and they get the ball. They get the ball to the big man, Marcus Robinson. Watch this. I tell you, big receivers, small backs, that's what it's going to be. And we called this one early, Jim. Remember that.
You called.
You
did.
Moi.
But you called him.
He ran over to the sideline. He was a little angry at some of his coaches there today.
Well, he's coaching the football team. But the other thing is, too, Randy Moss is not catching any balls.
They should be embarrassed.
How about Minnesota being 0-2 here, fellas? And Atlanta, the Falcons beat the Panthers as Jamal Anderson had 98 yards rushing and a 94-yard touchdown reception, second longest in Atlanta history, only behind one of Jerry Glanville's star calls when he had Haynes go 99 yards.
In New Orleans.
Yeah. Bobby Hebert. All right, I want to thank some of you for being with us on the Subway Postgame Show. Those of you who watched Oakland, Miami, or Tennessee, Jacksonville, we'll send you back to your game sites. For the rest of you, stay with us. We'll continue in a moment.